Good afternoon and welcome to the Rudolf Harbig Stadion, where once again it's an amazing atmosphere for a Dynamo Dresden home match. It's match day 30 in the Dritte Liga and it's Dynamo Dresden versus Wehen Wiesbaden. Kickoff is just a few minutes away, and a win this afternoon for Dresden would see them go back to the top of the Dritte Liga. This is their third season now in the third division as they look to make a return to Bundesliga 2. And they make 4 changes from their last match where they drew 1-1 with Rot-Weiss Essen. The front 3 are all back in. De Ferner, Lemmer and Kota. And also making a return is Vinko Sapina, who's been injured recently and now has another start to his name in the holding midfield role. But Christoph De Ferner up front, the second top goal scorer in the division, and he is going to be the big danger man for Dynamo Dresden this afternoon. They are facing Wehen, who are having a fairly average season, you have to say. They have made 3 changes from their last game, which was a 3-2 defeat to Hanover Reserves. And they are Florian Carstens, who comes back in at centre-back after having to miss the last game through suspension. Fabian Greilinger and Nick Batzner, the 2 wing-backs, return as well. So those are the 3 changes for Wehen, as they currently lie 9th in the division coming into this game, as they look to make, well, they were looking to make an instant return to Bundesliga 2 after relegation last season, but it hasn't quite gone according to plan for Niels Doring's men. They've had an okay year, of course, but a win today would take them up to 44 points, which would be some 6 or 7 points away from the promotion places. So a bit of a way to go, but the atmosphere, as far as the Dresden fans are concerned, is absolutely rocking. As ever, a wonderful afternoon and a wonderful location for football. And Dresden are second in the league at the moment. Cottbus are top, but they've played 1 game more already this weekend. Dresden have a game in hand. Cottbus beat Auer 1-0 yesterday. So a victory today for Dresden sends them back to the top of the Dritte Liga in what has been a season-long battle with them, Cottbus and Saarbrücken. And the teams will be emerging onto the pitch in just a few moments' time. Despite being up there in contention for the title, it hasn't been an excellent run of form for Dynamo Dresden. They've only had 3 wins in their last 7 games. But after a 2-week break during the international period, they can hopefully come back refreshed and look to press on going into this final stint, really, of the Dritte Liga season. For Wehen, sitting 9th in the league, they've only won 2 matches in their last 7 as well. There are the Wehen away supporters who've made the journey to Dresden from Wiesbaden. And we will see what their side can produce. As I mentioned, Christoph De Ferner, the striker for Dresden, is the 2nd top scorer in the league, but Fatih Kaya for Wehen is the 4th top scorer in the division, as the teams now get ready to emerge onto the pitch. And they are greeted by huge applause from the fans. Wehen will be playing in white today, their away kit. Dresden will be in their traditional yellow, led out by their captain, Niklas Hauptmann. And Christoph De Ferner, the 2nd top scorer in the league. And he could be crucial this afternoon. Didn't start the last match, De Ferner, so he's back into the starting 11. Nick Batzner, we just saw there, back in for Wehen, his 2nd season for them. He's returning from injury, just had 10 minutes off the bench in the last game and now is finally back in the starting 11. And there is Niels Doring, the head coach of Wehen. The refereeing team today, Konrad Olhaffer will be the man in charge. Alexander Roppelt and Maximilian Niehogen will be his assistants. As we saw there, the captain Niklas Hauptmann for Dresden, and Florian Stritzel, the goalkeeper and captain for Wehen. So Christoph de Ferner, the man to watch. Only Sebastian Groning for Ingolstadt has scored more goals than him in the division this season. 15 goals in 28 appearances for de Ferner. There's Niklas Hauptmann in his 3rd season with Dresden, the captain for today. So we're about set then. Dynamo Dresden versus Wehen Wiesbaden in the Dritte Liga, underway on match day 30. A win for Dresden and they're back to the top of the league. Wiesbaden will be 9th at the end of today, whatever happens. But 3 points will take them a little closer to the playoff places. In goal, Tim Schreiber for Dresden. This is Lars Bunning. The left centre-back, Vinko Sapina, back in the team today. The tall Croatian spreads the ball out, but it's a little too far away for Jonas Sterner. Fabian Greilinger takes the throw-in for Wiesbaden, and it's back to Florian Stritzel. Both goalkeepers have kept 9 clean sheets so far this season. Hopefully they don't both keep one today. Florian Carstens wins the throw-in for Wiesbaden. He was chased down by Dominic Kota. Got an assist in the last match, Kota, as he came off the bench to grab that assist against Rot-Weiss Essen. This is Timon Goppel, who will take the throw-in now for Wiesbaden. A few nice balls, and they've got a couple of men up here. It's a nice little through ball, a first-time play across the ball. And it went across the box, and in the end, Moritz Flotto wasn't quite able to connect. The angle was a bit too acute, but some nice play from Wiesbaden, clearly onside. And Flotto just couldn't get there in time to cut the ball back. Some good running through from Fatih Kaya to set it up. And an early corner for Wiesbaden. Nicely worked as well. Gorjasirin. Dresden can't get it out. Goes all the way back now to Sascha Mockenhaupt. And back to Stritzel. Hook over the top. Fatih Kaya brings it down. Some space out here on the left, but it's actually very well dealt with. Now here's Jonas Sterner. Now, a scuffed pass. It's picked up again by Taffertshofer in the middle for Wiesbaden. Carstens gives it away. Played through towards De Ferner, but the block was made and it's a corner. Sasha Rich will head over to take it. First corner of the game for Dynamo Dresden, 4 minutes in. Hauptmann lurking on the edge of the box, number 27. It's taken short and then it's fizzed right in. It's Fatih Kaya who heads it away at the near post. And then it's hammered away and Wiesbaden are able to get out. And now they've managed to get it through for Kaya. Looking to set it up. The pass is a little bit loose. Comes through nevertheless for Flotto, but his shot is blocked. Lukenda, Carstens, Sirin. All played through the middle, and I think that's the first. Well, I thought it was going to be a foul there, and that would have been the first foul of the game, but the referee lets it go. Sasha Risch, inside for Lucas Bode. Bode having to go back to Bunning. And that is the first foul of the game. Vinko Sapina going in a little too heavily. Wiesbaden considering their options, and a big switch to the left is the plan. Flotto will challenge for it, goes over him. And it is shepherded out. In fact, it's foul on Jonas Sterner. As Fabian Greilinger tried to get the ball back off him. Not started in the last 6 matches, Fabian Greilinger, but he's got the nod today. New signing from Munich 1860 at the start of last season, or the start of this season, I should say. Schreiber with the goal kick. It's a bit flat, so it's won comfortably. Taken down by Bunning. Now on the turn is Jakob Lemmer. It's too much on it in the end for Jonas Sterner to get on the end of. With it back against Sterner. Foul given against Carsten. And now a chance for Trent. Will be Jonas Sterner who will take it. De Ferner wants it, as ever. 26-year-old German. Delivered by Sterner, the keeper comes, and in the end it's Moritz Floto, who's there to head it behind. Got caught a bit in no man's land there, Florian Stritzel. And it's the second corner of the game for Dresden. Vinko Shapina up there, Deferner in there, both crowding Stritzel. It'll be Sasha Risch to take this one. Straight in at the near post. They were looking for the flick on. Didn't come. Goppel gets it away. It'll come straight back, although that pass is very overhit. And go straight out for a Wiesbaden throw-in. It's given away. And now here's a chance into the penalty area, and it's well blocked. Good strong header behind, well read the danger, did Felix Luckender. Robbed here by Houtman, he played it through for Deferner. And then as Deferner tried with the outside of his boot to find the onrushing Jakob Lemmer in the middle, Luckender got his head to it. Another corner, Jonas Sterner to take again. Bit of sustained pressure now for Dresden. In at the near post, flicked on and in! And it is Vinko Shapina on his return to the starting 11. Within 10 minutes, Dynamo Dresden have the lead. Shapina's second goal of the season. And Dynamo Dresden have a one-goal advantage. The ball in from Jonas Sterner. And well, maybe it wasn't. I think it might have been an own goal from Moritz Floto. Yeah, it's an own goal from Moritz Floto. Shapina rose, but Floto got to the ball first. Dynamo Dresden 1, Wehen Wiesbaden 0. Floto, who's scored 10 goals at the correct end this season for Wiesbaden, scores in the wrong net. Well, what do Wiesbaden have now? As it stands, Dresden will be going back to the top of the Dritte Liga. But we've got a long way to go in this game. It's a long ball over the top, and Dresden are in again. Oh, and it's straight at Stritzel. Wiesbaden on the ropes at the moment. Fatih Kaya is fouled. That will relieve a little bit of the pressure for now. Great ball through. Jakob Lemmer took it well. But ultimately, I'm not sure, was he trying to go over the top of the keeper maybe there with that side foot? So confirmation it was Moritz Floto with that own goal, which has given Dresden a one-goal lead. He could have had another through Jakob Lemmer. Wiesbaden started quite well the first couple of minutes, but Dresden have certainly grown into the game. Here's Jonas Sterner. A 6th assist of the season for Sterner now, for the 22-year-old on loan from Kiel. Looking for another big switch up towards Dominic Kota. Deferner touches it inside. Kota. Shapina's running through. Doesn't quite come for him or Deferner. But well chased and won back. Batsner with the throw. Goes all the way back to Tim Schreiber. Only scored 2 goals in their last 3 games, Dresden. Haven't lost in any of those, but haven't been in exceptional goal-scoring form recently. Scored 3 against Verl and 5 against Munich 1860 in February. Now here's Hauptmann, spreads it for Kota. Deferners in the middle. Kota cuts back inside, and again. And it's a good challenge. Another corner for Dresden. Flotto coming back. Tried to head it clear this time. He did do a good defensive clearance, didn't he, in the early minutes? Once again, it'll be Jonas Sterner with the corner. Sent in towards the same area. This time it's Fatih Kaya who heads it away. Brought down by Boda, and a stumble there from Sasha Risch. Goppel wants players to come across. Nils Doring, the manager for Wiesbaden, won't be particularly delighted with how these first 15 minutes have gone. Hauptmann wriggling away again. Another one for Kota to chase. Dealt with this time, although it's only as far away as Boda. Sapina comes in, and referee says that was a foul. This time the free kick goes to Dresden again. It's Sterner. Seen a lot of ball in this half, hasn't he, Sterner? And he's won it back again there to play it in Jakob Lemmer. Sterner wants it back. Lemmer sets it instead for Lucas Boda. Lars Bunning. Risch. Hauptmann. The nice little 1-2, but Timon Goppel intercepts. Schreiber. Here's Andy Hotti. Bunning. Big switch again towards Jonas Sterner, but it's given away. Good win. Flotto. Foul given against Flotto. Goal and assist in the last game for Moritz Flotto, as Wehen were beaten 3-2 by Hanover reserves. Signed from Paderborn at the start of the season. That's well intercepted by Taffertshofer. But Sapina picks it up, plays it out to Risch, and once again it's a ball over the top, looking for Jakob Lemmer. That goes straight through to Florian Stritzel. Wehen trying to play their way out. It's a good ball down the line. Goppel. There are men in the middle. One of them's Kaya. Good chance that for Fatih Kaya. Had a lot of space and pretty much a free header. Didn't get a huge amount of power on it, and Tim Schreiber had it comfortably covered, but a chance. Andy Hottie wins the free kick as he was trying to run out with it. Flotto commits the foul. Hottie again. Joined on loan from Magdeburg in January. Was actually involved in the senior teams in the international break, Andy Hottie. On the bench for Kosovo. Didn't get any minutes, but nevertheless. Bit of a slip on the clearance for Tim Schreiber. Greilinger with the throw-in. Lofted in. Kaya trying to win it. Carstens goes straight through the middle, and that's well spread out. Goppel looking to deliver another cross. Gets to the byline. Now running all the way back the other way. Shut down very effectively by the Dresden defence, and it has to go all the way back to Florian Stritzel. Wiesbaden come again. Sapina. Bode. Back to Schreiber, but another poor piece of footwork from Schreiber. But the defence looking solid once more. Now here comes Jonas Sterner. Jakob Lemmer up ahead of him. It's clipped long, and it's nearly a very nice ball. Nearly fell for Bode as well, but it's Taffertshofer who intercepts it. Carstens. Mockenhaupt. Free kick given against Moritz Flotto. Big switch to Jonas Sterner. Game's been a bit scrappy in the last 5 or 10 minutes, really, hasn't it? As Greilinger plays it all the way back to Stritzel. Stritzel very calm, waiting for the ball to come out, and Dresden have played it out very nicely, really. Wiesbaden. Long ball out to the right. There's a chance here. Onto the left foot and skied high. Good running. Nick Batzner getting forward from right wing back. Getting under it a bit and lofting it over the bar. Now out to Sascha Riesch. Back to Lars Bunning. Bit scrappy, and the intensity's gone a little from both sides too for the moment. at the halfway point of the first half. Dresden happy to keep the ball and keep their 1-0 lead. Flick ball over the top, looking for Dominic Kota. Neil Storing, been in charge since June of last year. And Thomas Stamm, the head coach of Dresden. Long ball over the top that Kota was trying to get in on the end of. Jakob Lemmer almost got a hold of it, but Mockenhaupt smashes it clear. Sterner. Back into Andy Hotti. Bunning. Patient play, but now given away. Intercepted by Timon Goppel. At the far post in lots of room is Fatih Kaya. Is it going to reach him? No. Dangerous break that from Wehen Wiesbaden. Well read by Goppel, charged forward, saw the right ball. Just a little too much on it. Fatih Kaya, unable to get on the end of it. Now it's Hauptmann. Sterner knocks it down the line for De Ferner. Well read. Oh, but the slip means it'll be a corner. Felix Lukenda, who joined from LASK in Austria in the summer. So here comes Sasha Risch. Short to Sterner. And straight into the hands of Stritzel. Well, apart from that quick counter-attack from Wiesbaden 3 or 4 minutes ago, hasn't been much of note, has there, in the last 10 minutes? Here's Flotto, spreads it out to Greilinger. Greilinger cuts inside. Little ball in, and that's a nice one too. And a long-range effort from Nick Batzner gets the deflection. Nice attempted interplay. So, corner to be delivered by Tarek Goshasirin. 4 assists so far this season. And that one's headed behind for another corner. De Ferner got his head to it. Goshasirin to deliver again. Coming up to 28 minutes. Sends it into the near post, and the referee gives a foul. So Dynamo Dresden 1, Wehen Wiesbaden 0. Thomas Stamm looking for a 4th win in 8 games. But more importantly, the win that would take them back to the top of the league. They've had more of the ball, Dresden, 64% possession, but only 2 shots on goal. 3 shots on goal for Wehen. But the own goal from Moritz Flotto is the difference at the moment. Flicked on by Jakob Lemmer, but to no one in particular. Now it's Fatih Kaya with a bit of room, sees the run. And it didn't quite fall for Nick Batsner. Batsner, who's been charging forward quite a bit recently. And that is a yellow card for Tarek Goshasirin. His 6th yellow card of the season. Foul on Hauptmann. Well, it was a bit of a cynical kick out, wasn't it? Comfortably back to Florian Stritzel. So 15 to go until the break. Fairly even contest. Dresden edging it just slightly and in control of the ball a little more. Equally, Wiesbaden are happy to let them have it in that sort of defensive third. Now a bit of another chance for a counter-attack. It's a nice ball inside. Space over on the left. It's in for Kaya, whose shot is blocked. Header won by Greilinger. And a throw in now for Wiesbaden. Headed out by Andy Hotti. Greilinger to take the throw. Flotto up there, having a bit of a tussle with Lucas Boda. Lemmer heads it. And Sterner hammers it. Clever touch didn't come off. Hauptmann running into a bit of a cul-de-sac, and then Hotti spreads it out nicely, and it's well won by Sasha Rich. And now here comes Dominic Kota. He's got Rich with him. Plays it in for Rich. Steferner's waiting in the middle, but the offside flag is up. Sasha Rich, the pass to him coming too late. Held up by Flotto. Greilinger looking to take on Jonas Sterner. Sterner does well. Lost it out to Lemmer. Lemmer gives it away though. All the way back to Stritzel. The atmosphere hasn't let up inside the Rudolf Habig Stadion. Nice feet there from Greilinger. Lofted up towards Flotto, but he'd come short. Now here's Shapina. Oh, the pass is over here. I think Shapina felt that Lucas Boda should have been expecting to run onto that one. He had sort of stopped his run a little. And there's the Wehen fans. Still making their noise. Hoping their team can get a goal to get back into this game. Shapina wins it. Houtman. Houtman with some lovely feet. One too many in the end. And Felix Lukenda made the block. Stick at Sterner. Lemmer. Doesn't quite win the corner. Comes back now to Lars Bunning. Hottie to Bunning. It's a big switch. And Sterner's made it. And won the corner off Fabian Greilinger. Another chance for a Dresden set piece. It's their 6th corner of the game for Dynamo Dresden. Sapina caused the danger from which the first goal came, even if it was an own goal from Moritz Flotto. It'll be Sasha Riesch to deliver this time. Well, he does have Sterner with him. Plays it short to Sterner. Riesch. Houtman. Sterner. Houtman's delivery towards the far post. And well, I think Bunning wasn't 100% sure if it was going to end up coming to him. Looked like he might. Had to sort of gamble with it a little, didn't he? On the subs bench today for Dynamo Dresden is Stefan Kuchka. Started the last 2 games. Started the last 1 game against Rot-Weiss Essen. And actually got sent off the last time these 2 teams met back in October. Wehen won that game 1-0. Fatih Kaya scoring in the 21st minute. Ball almost came through for De Ferner. And if it had, Jakob Lemmer was in a lot of space on this near side. But Lukenda managed to deal with it. Here's Kaya. Mockenhaupt. Lukenda. Long ball over the top. Doesn't go out of play though. And Goppel knocks it inside. And getting into the penalty area here. Ball just ran away. Stritzel forced to go long. It's a nice pass actually in the end, isn't it? Into Taffet Schoffer. Goppel. Delivery is a little too far for Moritz Flotto. And And Andy Hotti was there to do enough to see it behind for a goal kick. Well, a satisfactory first 40 minutes for Thomas Stamm. Might have wanted a few more chances on goal. Schreiber sent it up for De Ferner. Apart from conceding the goal, Wiesbaden's performance has not been too bad against the team that are top of the league. It's a good ball to find some space now for Fabian Greilinger. Kaya. And Batzner couldn't get on the end of that. As I say, only 2 wins in 7 for Wehen Wiesbaden. Lost to Hanover reserves, drew with Munich 1860, beat Osnabrück 1-0 and beat Sandhausen 1-0. But those are their only 2 wins since the 1st of February. Sterner. Hauptmann. Sasha Riesch. Kota. Kota still going. Picked up by Hauptmann. And Kaya will bring it away now for Wehen. They don't have a huge amount of options though. As I said, that Goppel was making some space over on the far side, the right-hand side. But now they come back again with Kota and Boda. Well, Dresden had to come from behind to draw with Rot-Weiss Essen in their last game. This is the first time they've taken the lead since they beat Aachen a few games ago, and now here's Jakob Lemmer. Pulls it back. And Florian Carstens was there to put it behind before Dominic Kota could get on the end of it. Another corner. Not really in any rush to take it. Sasha Riesch comes over. 3 assists for him so far this season. Looking for a 4th. Fizzed in again towards the near post. Boda. Back across to Schreiber. Lars Bunning up from the back, or still up from the back, trying to win the ball back. De Ferner's getting stuck in there as well, and the referee gives a free kick against Christoph De Ferner, which which looked a little harsh. Yeah, not sure there was a huge amount in that. But the free kick is given nevertheless. Stritzel hits it long. Kaya challenging for the header. Falls for Taffertshofer. Big switch now, looking for Greilinger. No, it's Timon Goppel who's come over to this left-hand side. Goppel's delivery. And Jakob Lemmer helps it away. Only as far as Lukender, but he basically caught the ball there, didn't he? And he'll be lucky not to get away with a yellow card there, but I think he has got away with it. Mr. Oldhaffer deciding against a yellow card. I mean, he did just catch it, didn't he? Never really seen that before. Now here come Dresden again. 15 seconds left in this first half, plus whatever stoppage time to come. Schapina out by Taffertshofer, only as far as Bunning. Bunning drills it back in. And there won't be any stoppage time. That is the half-time whistle. A 10th minute own goal from Moritz Flotto from a corner delivered by Jonas Sterner is the goal that is the difference at half-time at the Rudolf Habig Stadion. As it stands, Dynamo Dresden will be going back to the top of the Dritte Liga, but still 45 minutes to go. Half-time, Dynamo Dresden 1, Wehen Wiesbaden 0. So, second half about to get underway. Dresden versus Wehen. And it is 1-0 to Dynamo Dresden at half-time. An own goal from that man you just saw there, Moritz Flotto, is the difference between the two sides. As it stands, Dynamo Dresden, we're moving back to the top of the Dritte Liga. But we'll see if we get a different performance from Wehen in the second half. It was a fairly low-intensity match after the first 10 minutes and Dresden taking the lead. Dresden in the yellow, attacking from right to left with De Ferner on the ball now. Drilling it in, but it was blocked by Greilinger. Calmly brought down by Florian Carstens. Mockenpout. Back to Stritzel. Carstens out to Mockenhaupt again. Sasha Risch. Fouled by Nick Batzner. Well, what a season Dresden are having. 3 years since they were relegated from Bundesliga 2. They certainly look to be on their way back there. Here's Jakob Lemmer. Lemmer delivers the ball in. Comes out to Dominic Kota. Nice reverse pass. Hauptmann drills it across. It's not gone out of play somehow after a few deflections, and that's poor from Timon Goppel. The ball in, overhit by Kota. Comes out to Sterner. Sterner's shot is blocked. Jakob Lemmer. Lemmer slips as he shoots. And Wiesbaden get it away, only as far as Lars Bunning. Sterner. Tries to flick it up and over Fatih Kaya. Let's look again at Sterner, going for goal. And well, there were appeals for handball. Did look like it hit Lookender's hand, but arm wasn't unnaturally out from his body. Hotti. Sterner. Back to Schreiber. Bit of a higher press from Wiesbaden at the start of this second half. Goppel. Goppel again. Delivers it, and a foul given against Moritz Flotto. Bit of pushing and shoving in the area, basically. There you can see them. And then a bit of a collision afterwards as well. Again, a bit more intensity in the press from Wiesbaden. Dresden have to go long. They win it though, and Houtman nearly got through, but De Ferner had already been fouled by Florian Carstens. Risch. Bunning. Schreiber. Sends that one long, and Lemmer takes it down very nicely indeed. Trying to get away. Good defending. Kaya can't turn. It's picked up by Sapina. Lemmer. Not sure that's quite going to go. It isn't. Lemmer chased it down. Sapina. Oh, and that's fallen nicely for Dresden here. Lemmer. Well, I'm not sure if that was a cross or a shot. Ball was given away here. It was a good sliding challenge. And Lemmer was in. And I still couldn't tell you if that was a cross or a shot because it looked like he'd gone for goal, but Christoph De Ferner was arriving. Sent long. Flicked on by Flotto. Nice play out. Dominic Cota's in space on the left-hand side. Houtman releases Cota. Cota back to De Ferner. Well, it wasn't De Ferner in the end. It was Lucas Bode who got the ball and skied it. Nice play. Houtman releasing Cota. I thought he was going to slide it across to Christoph De Ferner, but it came to Lucas Bode instead. And it remains Dresden 1, Wiesbaden 0. Houtman putting the pressure on the Wiesbaden defence, but they get out of it. Pass is poor though. Risch. We'll have another go at the throw. Risch trying to cut inside, but Timon Goppel made the block. Cota again. Played inside to Houtman. Wehen win it, and Flotto wins the free kick. Carstens out to Lookender. Mockenhaupt. Ball over the top. Might fall here for Flotto. Hits it from a long way out. Had more time than that really, didn't he, Moritz Flotto? On the hunt for his 11th goal of the season. Picked up his 10th in the last match. Greilinger. Chested up round the corner by Flotto, but it was well won back by Jonas Sterner. Bit of a heavy touch, and Deferner wins it. And foul from Deferner this time. And the referee wants a bit of a chat with Christoph Deferner. Prolific goal scorer, Deferner. When he was at Dresden last in 2021-2022, 13 goals that year. Didn't have as much luck when he moved to Nuremberg and Dusseldorf. But back this season with Dresden and is very much in scoring form, 15 goals in 28 games. He hasn't scored in 3 though, but now here's Hauptmann, and surely he must score here. Wiesbaden self-destruct, and Christoph Deferner's on hand. 16th goal of the season, Dresden 2-0 up, and heading back to the top of the Dritte Wiesbaden trying to play it out from the back. Florian Stritzel. Pass was poor. Back from Mockenhaupt. Hauptmann dived in. And Deferner isn't missing that one. Great reading of the game from the captain, Niklas Hauptmann. And it's Christoph Deferner on hand. Dynamo Dresden 2, Wehen Wiesbaden 0. Christoph Deferner on point again. I was just saying how he hadn't scored in 3 games. Now immediately up the other end, well, Wehen on the attack, and it'll go behind for a corner. Across goes Tarek Goshasirin to take it. Crowding the near post. Punched out by Schreiber. Back out again to Goshasirin. Tries the little chip ball up. Still out now to Goppel. Another look towards the far post, but that is comfortable for Schreiber. Sasha Risch flying forward. Sets it up here for Lucas Boda. Lemmer. Nowhere near. But some direct, dynamic play from Sasha Risch to set that up. Started the last 6 games now as Risch. Wehen will try and play it out from the back again. Greilinger. Picked up by Sterner. Bunning. Risch to Schreiber. Had the majority of possession in this game, Dynamo Dresden. Flicked on, finds De Ferner. He's got Kota arriving. It's a good block in the end by Lukenda. Fatikaya. Out now to Simon Goppel. Ball's delivered, it's punched by Schreiber. Lemmer brings it away after Greilinger loses his footing, and now Jonas Sterner will drive forward. Florian Karsten's got a foot in. Dresden able to recycle. Risch. Kota. Schreiber goes long. Brought down by Moritz Flotto. He's fouled. First substitutions of the game, and it's going to be for Wehen Wiesbaden. Off is coming Nick Batzner, and he's going to be replaced by Nicholas Agrafiotis. Second season with Wehen for the Serbian. He's been mostly coming on as a substitute. He scored in the last match off the bench, did Agrafiotis. We're hoping for a similar performance here, but they'll need the ball first because Houtman's got it. That's a heavy touch. Well, the referee plays on, and, well, Lemmer is offside. That looked like a very clear foul in the build-up there. Jakob Lemmer was offside, which avoids any controversy. And I think the referee might have just had his card out there, potentially, for Taffertschoffer. Here it is. It looked like there Houtman got caught late. I should say Houtman caught him late, but Taffertschoffer has been booked for protesting. Two 0 up, Thomas Stamm's side. Mockenaut. Out to Greilinger. Foul given against Fatikaya. Been a surprisingly lackluster performance from Wehen today, considering they've got that man, the fourth top scorer in the division, Fatikaya, with 13 goals. Moritz Flotto's got 10 goals. They haven't looked particularly dangerous today. Dresden, admittedly, do have the most watertight defence in the league. Nobody has conceded fewer goals this season than Dynamo Dresden. They've conceded 31. Next closest is Saarbrücken, who've conceded 33. Now a chance here for Wehen with players up. The cutback doesn't quite fall for Kaya, and it goes over for a goal kick. It was Simon Goppel who tried to play the cutback, Kaya wanted it in behind. And it was just a little behind him. In the end, it goes out for a goal kick. After Jonas Sterner had got back. $30,267 at the Rudolf Habig Stadion this afternoon. So impressive for a third division football match. It would be great to see Dresden back in Bundesliga 2. Certainly heading that way. Lars Bunning. Well, that was fairly aimless, wasn't it? Gotcha Sirin. It was Fatih Kaya that seems to have been booked in that little discussion earlier on. Sapina. Sterner. Mockenhaupt. In his 11th season now with Wehen Wiesbaden, Sascha Mockenhaupt. Over 270 appearances. Lukenda. Greilinger. Hauptmann. Dominic Kota charging forward on this left-hand side. Can he thread the pass? He can. The flag's up. Good save anyway by Florian Stritzel. Came out well to meet the danger. The pass just a little too late. Tight one, but probably the right call from the assistant referee. Stritzel had come a long way out of his goal, hadn't he? To close that one down. Well taken by Sapina. Now here's Kota. Kota lifts it in. Just over the head of Hauptmann. Bunning. Lifted out to the left for Wehen. Tafetshofer. Kaya. Referee doesn't want to give a foul for that one. Wehen get it back with Goppel. It's a good delivery, the looping header goes wide. Agrafiotis with his first meaningful contribution to the game. Signed from Excelsior in the Eredivisie at the start of last season. What can Wehen Wiesbaden do to change their fortunes this afternoon? Just over 20 minutes to go. An own goal and a gifted goal are the two that have put Dynamo Dresden ahead in this one. Mockenhaupt, Carstens. It's a bit of a heavy touch and it's won back by Hauptmann. Referee plays advantage. Jakob Lemmer. Pass is poor. So's that one. Dominic Kota. No foul. De Ferner sets it up for Sapina. On the overlap here comes Jonas Sterner. Sterner lifts it in. Headed out by Gojasirin. Hammered away by Agrafiotis. And the referee has given a foul to Dresden after a Bunning and Kaya collision in the air. Sapina to take it. The pass is behind Sasha Reach. Dominic Kota apologising. Substitution. And it's a double substitution. Off is coming Lucas Bode and Dominic Kota. On is coming Mika Bauer. Who started the last game, but was dropped to the bench for this one. And I think it's Alias Kassar who's come on as well for Lucas Bode. And Houtman wins it. And Lemmer's running through. Here is Jakob Lemmer. Oh, just couldn't quite get the ball under control, could he? Bouncing around his feet area. Mockenhaupt. It's a big switch. Timon Goppel. No support though. Well, there's plenty in the box. Mockenhaupt. Lukenda. Greilinger. Cross is blocked. Falls for Taffertshofer. Greilinger again, his cross blocked. This time by Jakob Lemmer, and it's going out for a corner. Two wins in 7 for Wehen Wiesbaden. They've only had one draw in 2025. Tarek Gojasirin to take the corner. Again, crowding the near post. And it's headed away by Bunning. Lemmer. Kassar. Sterner. Falls for Lemmer. De Ferner nicks it. And a foul is given, and a yellow card for Florian Carstens. Third of the season. Ooh, bit Bit of a painful one, that, isn't it? Missed the last game, actually, Florian Carstens, through a yellow card suspension. Off comes Fabian Greilinger and Sascha Mockenhaupt. Gino Fechner has come on for Mockenhaupt. Looks as though Stefan Kuchka is getting ready to come on as well for Dresden. 15 minutes to go. Very high line here. Sterner will take it. No, he leaves it. And eventually it's headed, lofted back in. Sapina's there at the far post. It's out for a corner. Needed to be dealt with. Played short, played into the near post. Nicely worked, but actually offside is given. Sapina offside from that little corner routine. And the referee not ready for the game to restart. Now he is. Good strength and turn from Moritz Flotto. Is Gino Fechner. Good turn of pace. Cut back towards Flotto, but it was well dealt with by Dresden. Launched back to Florian Stritzel. Haven't really created much, have they, in this second half, Niels Doring's team? Carstens looks to go long again, and that's a good ball. If they can keep it in, they can. It's Ryan Johansson who delivers. It's a free header. Huge chance for Moritz Flotto. Straight at Tim Schreiber. Good play from Ryan Johansson. And a good delivery. And really, Moritz Flotto, from that position, anywhere else and it's a goal. Biggest chance of the game, that, for Wehen Wiesbaden. Sapina. Hauptmann. Mika Bauer's in support. Number 22, here is Bauer. Tries to send the return into Hauptmann. Now picked up by Flotto, and he looks to release. Oh, the keeper's come a long way, Schreiber, and done well. Saw it early, was at a very good starting position. And dealt with the danger as Agrafiotis was trying to get in. A little over 10 minutes to go. Sirin. Good challenge from Bunning. Now it's out to Timon Goppel again. Goppel lofts it in. Headed out by Hotti. Dresden can pick it up. Well, it's a poor pass. Deferner was looking for the run in behind. Gino Fechner, in his 5th season now with Wiesbaden, mostly coming off the bench this year. Lemmer stands on the ball and gives it away. Looking for space, and it's a good block and a foul in the end from Agrafiotis. Went to shoot. Just as Fatty made the block. Gave Fatty a bit of a boot. So off comes Christoph Deferner. Stefan Kuczka is on to replace him. Got his goal today, did Deferner. And Kuczka, who started the last game, is off the bench for this one. And it's the man who got the assist for the second goal, Nicholas Hauptmann, who is being replaced by Kammerknecht. So Claudio Kammerknecht on for Hauptmann and Kuczka on for Deferner. And that's over the top for Mika Bauer to try and get on the end of. He does. Good strength. Eventually it was dealt with by Carstens. Out only as far as Kassar. Sterner. Kassar. Sterner. Lofts it in. And arriving at the far post was Mika Bauer, and the foul's been given as Gino Fechner won the header. Bauer came into him a little after. Fechner's all right, though. He's on the ball here. 7 to go. Sooner rather than later for Wehen Wiesbaden if they want a shot at getting back into it. Flotto plays it ball through for Johansson. Cross is blocked and a corner's given. Jakob Lemmer doing well to get back in defence. Brian Johansson's looked dangerous since he's come on. The 23-year-old Irishman, joined at the start of the year from Freiburg. Another corner from Tarek Goshasirin. Into the near post and headed away without too much trouble. Goppel. Fechner sends it up towards the far post, headed away. Sterner takes it down. And now releases Mika Bauer. And he is fouled by Felix Lukenda. And Lukenda gets a booking for his troubles. 6th of the season for Lukenda. Not too much disagreement with that one. Referee just filling in his notes, and soon will be good for Jonas Cerner to take the free kick. Oh, and that's poor, isn't it? Flotto does well under big pressure from Lars Bunning. Good touch and turn and ball over the top for Goppel to run onto. Got there ahead of Sasha Risch. But again, not many options with him. Johansson. Straight at Schreiber. Foul given against Alias Kassar. Goshu Sirin over the top again, looking for Kaya, who's been very quiet in this second half. Looked lively in the first half, even if they didn't manage to really create anything, but not a huge amount coming from Niels Doring's team in the second 45. It'll be 2 wins in 8 by the looks of things for the Wehen Wiesbaden squad, who were trying to bounce straight back up to Bundesliga 2. Promoted 2 years ago, relegated last year. Was certainly some of the title favourites coming into this one. It's a nice little 1-2. Johansson pulls it back, and that was a bit of a simulation attempt, I would suggest, from Fatih Kaya. Referee didn't give anything either way, but he was certainly looking for the penalty, wasn't he, Kaya? Chested down by Lemmer. Mika Bauer's arriving. Kuchka wins the throw. Let's have a look at this again. Kaya got first to the ball. I mean, that's just... I mean, I don't really know why Kaya's not been given a yellow card for that one. Well, 2 minutes to go, and we're going to get 3 substitutions. Off is coming Fatih Kaya. On is coming Ole Wollers. We've also got Orestis Kimotzoglu coming on too. And the Dresden substitution, I think, was Jakob Lemmer coming off. And on has come Robin Meissner. And that is, well, the referee's blown his whistle. Tim Schreiber was in a bit of trouble there, but I think there was a late tackle after the back pass. Bunning. Sasha Risch. Long over the top looking for Mika Bauer. Kassar. Launched up by Schreiber. Sapina. Sterner. Into stoppage time now. Two minutes to come, and it's won back by Robin Meissner. Drills it across, and well, it went straight into Stritzel's arms. Mika Bauer was lurking. Wehen Wiesbaden haven't really looked like threatening, have they? At all in this second half. Not a huge amount of urgency. Big ping out to the wing for Goppel. And Bunning is fouled. Looks like a 10th clean sheet of the season incoming for Tim Schreiber. 10 clean sheets in 30 games for the tightest defence in the league. And the team that are now going to start match day 31 on top of the Dritte. Maybe one more chance here for Moritz Flotto, but it's cleared away. After this, it's a match against Hanover reserves in midweek for Dresden. And then they are home here to Ingolstadt next weekend, which will no doubt be a bit of a high-scoring game. Ingolstadt with the most goals in the division. Bagged another 3 earlier on today. And that is the full-time whistle. Well, a bit of a self-destruction from Wehen Wiesbaden. An own goal in the first half from Moritz Flotto gave Dresden the lead. And then a terrible pass from Sascha Mockenhaupt back to Florian Stritzel in the second half, gave the ball straight to Niklas Hauptmann, and he set it up for Christoph de Ferner to score his 16th goal of the season. It's another win for Dynamo Dresden. They are on top of the division tonight after beating Wehen by 2 goals to 0.